So just to recap, solving one-step inequalities, you do everything the exact same way you would if it were an equation. Normally you would minus by 3. So I do the same thing here, even though it's an inequality. I just keep the same symbol, okay? And then once I have it, I can go ahead and graph it. So there's my solution and the graph of the solution, okay? So when we tried a problem like this, you would add 4 to both sides. You get the x by itself, but we don't like when the variable's not first, so we rewrote it to be x is greater than 1, and then we graphed our solution. And then we were talking about how anything you shade over should be an answer. So we picked the number 2, and we plugged it back into the original. And then we were just checking. -4 plus 2 is -2. -3 is less than -2. So we're sure that that worked. Here we had this problem, 1/4 x is greater than 3. To solve that, you would multiply both sides by 4. So we got x is greater than 12. Go ahead and graph that. And then, very, very important bit of information. Anytime you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, you must flip the inequality symbol over. So we talked about how in negative land, everything is opposite. So normally 2 is less than 5, but negative land, -2 is greater than -5. So when we tried that on some of our problems, so we had -3x is less than or equal to 15. You would normally divide both sides by a -3, so we did exactly that. But since I'm dividing by a negative, I have to flip that symbol over. So it was a less than or equal to, now it's greater than or equal to. And then I can go ahead and graph that. So same thing here, this one started as x divided by -4 was less than 2. So to get x by itself, I'd multiply both sides by -4. So that's how we got x, and then flip the symbol over because I multiplied by a negative on both sides. 2 times -4 is -8. Open down on the 8, greater than. And then we tried this one. 3x is less than -9, divided both sides by 3. Notice I didn't flip the symbol over because I didn't divide by a negative number. I divided by a positive number, so I leave it just like it is. And then I left you guys here. How would you normally get x by itself? Devin, go ahead.
Wouldn't you divide by 2 on both sides?
I wouldn't divide by 2. I divide by -2 on both sides. So -10 divided by -2 is 5. Do I have to flip that symbol over?
Yes.
Yes, because I divided by a negative. And then I'm left with x. Now when you go to graph this, are you going to leave it like this?
No.
I would mirror image it over. X is less than 5. We like when the variable comes first. Makes it a lot easier to graph. What kind of a dot at 5?
Open.
Open, and then remember that inequality symbol, as long as the variable is first, tells me which way to go. I'd go that way. There it is.
Maximum effort.
Okay, does this make sense? Yeah?